Have you guys heard about YouTube? Okay, so obviously I've heard about YouTube. I watch a lot of YouTube just in my free time because, you know, it's free and it's there, and there's a lot of things that I have to do in the daytime that are sort of like, I need to be mostly paying attention to the page in front of me, but also it helps to have something on in the background too. So I watch a lot of just random YouTubers, I suppose. I used to be big into the Yogscast, the other Lewis Brindley, his big business that he runs. I still am a little bit, I still sort of hop in and out every now and then, but recently I've got into a niche that I would describe as positively chaotic home improvement. Because I think that's how I improved my home, in that, like, you can't really see, can you, on the, I mean, like, yeah, this room, it's like, there's a little bit rough around the edges and there's bits and bobs that I'm sort of improving as I live here, but I don't think it's possible for me to do anything non-chaotically, so we're doing them chaotically. And there are 3 YouTubers that I really, really like, that, as I say, are sort of positive home improvement, and I want to sort of mention them and say, I like them and I think you might too. In no particular order, because I think their content is different enough to each other that I don't think they're not all the same YouTuber. Does that make sense? The first one is Rachel Maksy. I'm going to try and find a picture and put it here or somewhere. Rachel Maksy, I enjoy her videos because she's very sort of not afraid to live up to the aesthetic that she sort of wants to live up to, and she, like, I don't know if she's like a trained seamstress, but she's very good at it either way. So she makes like a lot of like clothes and stuff, and that's really cool. But the videos that I really do particularly enjoy that she's made are the ones where she's like renovating a room in some way. Like she released one quite recently where she renovated her basement and made it into like a sort of a studio space, and there was like a little sort of desky thing, and that was really cool. A lot of her content is really cool. I've watched all of her sort of home renovation-y type things, and she has inspired me. One of her videos, she paints like I think she calls it a Victorian wall mural, and it's like trees on the wall. Not in this room, but in the next room over. We've sort of redone everything in there because that was the room we focused on. And now I'm going to paint on the wall and do like a feature wall in there. So that's really exciting, and I think that's really cool. So thank you for inspiring me, Rachel Maksy. Go and check out Rachel. I'll link all these channels in the description. Unless I either forget or lose my mind between here and there. I will do my best to link all these channels. So yeah, next one is Lee Duggan, because again, chaotic home improvements. As I understand it, she had the whole sort of van life thing going. She had a van that she sort of lived in, and it was like sort of renovated into like a camper van, and it had like utilities and a bed and stuff like that. And then she bought a cabin in the woods, essentially. And it's like 2 cabins in this sort of plot of land. And a lot of her more recent videos are her sort of walking around this cabin that she owns, and this other sort of cabin, and these other bits and bobs, and renovating it and improving it, and things like look, I literally on my computer now, there is no, you can't see this because I don't want to move the thing in case it's like a whole thing. But yeah, I have one of her videos open now. And it's about how all of a sudden she's like, I'm living in a cabin in the woods, and then she's like renovating the house and redecorating and making it less falling apart-y, and that sort of thing. I really like her content as well. It's sort of, what's the thing that makes her chaotic is that she's very open about the fact that she's learning it as she goes. And she's like, I didn't know how to insulate and put up drywall, and then I learned, and with the help of my uncle, we did this room sort of thing. And I really appreciate that in a YouTuber or any kind of creator. And that's sort of what makes the videos chaotic. Also, she swears a lot, which is great. I think I swear a lot in my day-to-day. If an actual inanimate object is annoying me, I will start to swear at it. And I think it's weirdly refreshing to go from the sort of sanitized side of the internet in some cases to someone that swears a lot and drops things, and that's quite nice. Do you know what I mean? So again, link in the description and all that. So they're really good. I didn't say what made Rachel Maksy chaotic. I've actually written chaos notes. The chaos comes from a combination of, again, learning as she goes, but also the fact that she has a dog whose name I've completely forgotten, Frodo the dog, and also a cat. and the pets seem to quite enjoy wreaking havoc upon whatever she might be doing in that precise moment. So it's it's hard to describe without sounding insane, but there's always sort of an energy of like, everything is seconds from falling apart if an animal runs in and starts going crazy. Do you know what I mean? Like Monica, who's apparently asleep because she always is, whenever I'm painting something, like in the other room when I was painting, I had to close the door and keep her out, and every 10 minutes I'd hear like a gentle sort of thump at the door, and then I'd hear her go meow, meow. I'd be like, "You alright, Mom?" And then she'd realise I was in there and be like, "Ah, that's alright then, that's fine." But that's sort of a constant train in all of Rachel Maksy's videos, is that her pets seem to be slightly off camera, sort of staring at her like, "I'm going to destroy the thing you're working on." And it's endearing and it's funny and I really like it. Final on the list is Ris Igrec, who I haven't been watching as much recently, but I'm really big into. I'm not entirely sure if I'm saying her name right. I hope I am. Ris is, I believe she's studying, I've completely forgotten. It's like film and media or something like that at Harvard, actually. I got into her content because she sort of did this thing where she made a video about renovating her dorm room and making it look the way that she wanted, and she got like a desk and put posters up and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, really cool. And then get slightly more into it and it becomes a bit more intense, and there's bits where she's painting walls and stuff like that, and it's like, oh, this is really cool. But she has a really sort of charming, personable way of presenting the videos, as if to say like, I'm doing this on a whim and you're here for the ride, sort of thing. And that's I really enjoy that sort of, as I say, it's falling apart at the seams or very close to, and I really like that. I really enjoyed Ris Igrec's videos about, she made, I don't know how to describe it because we don't have crawl spaces in the UK. It's a crawl space, which is like, in her room it was sort of a cupboard next to her bed, which you could stand up in if you went into the cupboard. It was that, and she sort of renovated that little cupboard to a little sort of spot to watch movies and read books and stuff. And it's the ingenuity and the creativity there that I really enjoy watching, and that's what I enjoy watching with all these creators. And so yeah, that's positive, chaotic home improvement. Check out these YouTubers, they are really, really good. I really like them. I spend a lot of time watching their content. And I want to do an honourable mention. That's not an honour to be mentioned by me, I'm just some guy. For Laura Kampf. Laura is a German carpenter, metalworker, maker, that's the word I'm looking for. And her videos are fucking brilliant, I'm not even going to lie to you. She has she's really good with her camera, and a lot of the content that she films is really satisfying sort of building montages to some degree. And there was one, I forget what it was like a little kitchenette-y type thing, where she sort of made wooden tiles, sort of painted this big slab of wood like this sort of teal colour and cut out tiles and stuck them on the wall. And I just remember watching it and thinking, this is like really satisfying content, I really enjoyed this. Although the thing I would say is, her content is much less chaotic. She's a very sort of ordered person, and I'm an extremely ordered person, and so I really appreciate that. I just really like her content. Everything is really satisfying build montages where she'll just come on and be like, "Hi, I need a chair for my house," and then she'll make a chair, and it's just really good. I'm not entirely sure what it is about it. I can't put my fingers on the words, but she makes really brilliant content. Go and check her out too. I'll put her in the description. Well, I'll put a link to her channel in the description. I messaged Laura Kampf on Instagram when she was selling these pen knives, and I wanted one, and the actual Laura Kampf replied. Just to say like, oh yeah, this is, you can get it shipped to here and you can do that, and I was having trouble with the shipping because it was like from the EU to the UK, and it was like just when Britain, it was like a whole thing. But yeah, she actually replied and was like friendly, and it's like, that's really nice. I think in my mind, these sort of YouTubers that are actively doing things and sharing the fact that they're doing things, I think that's what the platform is not necessarily for, but I think that's what I view it to be about. It's people that are passionate about stuff, and thereby they're making things happen. That's what I really like. So go and watch these YouTubers. I really like them. You don't have to, I'm not going to check. But I really like them, and I think you will too. Okay, that's it. I've done my little spiel about YouTubers. Have a wonderful evening or morning, and make sure you drink some water, be kind, be silly. Okay.